kind of weird. I'm not a YouTuber. I'm not a gear reviewer or an influencer, anything like that. Just a weekend warrior, a section hiker. I bought this Desolo Tallac35 backpack about 2 years ago in October of 2023. It's now September of 2025, and I just put my 1000th mile on this backpack, which I feel is pretty impressive for a backpack that I paid $75 for on a ridiculous sale. So I'm about to camp. I'll take the bag off. I'll tell you a little bit about my experiences with it, what I like, what I don't like, that sort of thing. Like I said, this is gonna be weird. I'm not a YouTuber. So when I first saw the the pack being advertised, it was really hard to believe that there was going to be a 16-ounce, 35-liter backpack that retails for $125 or whatever it is that they're selling for 75 bucks. So I reached out to customer service, try to find out if it was legit or not. It turns out everything was good communication with customer service, that sort of thing. So I went ahead and pulled the trigger. I thought, well, what do I have to lose? $75 to be exact is what I had to lose. So I ordered the pack. Came promptly. Everything is advertised. Stripped down, it is 16 ounces, or a little bit less than that on my scale. Yeah, so I'm currently on the North Country Trail in Pennsylvania, North Country National Scenic Trail, and I've got about a 8.5 pound base weight in here right now, just doing an overnighter. So this pack is really, really good at a 10 pound base weight or lower. It's great. Food carry, stuff like that. I fit 3 nights in here, and that kind of stretched it a bit. 2 nights is perfect. Winter with 3 nights or 1 night is impossible. Like it's kind of too small. It doesn't fit the bulk very well, but I like that about the pack. Water carry is mostly comfortable, but honestly, once you get around that 20-pound range, it starts to wear on you. I have the large version of the bag, large, extra large, whatever it is. I'm about 5'10", 175 pounds. So the bag is kind of small in my torso. I'd have a hard time seeing how it would fit anybody comfortably that's over 6 feet, but that's a personal preference thing, right? The hip belt didn't sit right with me. I don't use a hip belt anyway. I prefer a fanny pack, so I took that off. It's kind of weird how the front thing, these come from the front. They usually come from the back, but it's whatever. I got over that. There was a hole in the side here for a hydration port. I don't use anything like that, but it was weird because they seam seal the bag, but they leave this giant hole in it to get rain in it. I reached out to customer service. They took that suggestion. I think in the next iteration, they're going to have a hood over top of it so nothing can leak in. I think that's awesome if they come through with that, because they're listening to their users and what they're doing. And that's cool for a company like this and a pack that's like, this value, right? Yeah, so that was cool that they have good customer service and they're willing to do like a redesign, because that was a weird thing. I don't know. I think my biggest thing with it is that the shoulder straps are not, the padding isn't long enough. If it was another 2 inches, I would be so happy. And if it were another 1/2 inch wide, that would be great. The thickness of it too, it started out it was fine, like it was great. But I'm at 1,000 miles. It's worn down, it's compressed, it starts to feel it. So it's really good for here on out. It's going to be a real light base weight, short trip sort of thing. I did a 260 mile section hike on the AT last fall with this. Comfortable. Like, I mean, you're doing 20-mile days, it's going to hurt your back, but it was comfortable. It felt great. No real abrasions to it, no rips in the mesh for real. Like maybe some discoloration or something from the stain or something like that. But no rips in the mesh, no rips in the fabric. The stitching is all good. Buckles have held up. I did swap out the sternum strap. I thought the one they had on it was a little wonky. I did swap out the sternum strap. The molly webbing, I think maybe some stitches have come loose on that, to be honest with you. But again, like 1,000 miles, right? Like it's gonna happen, right? But for the price point, you can trust the pack, right? It's okay. Um, there's a little bit of like the coating, the waterproof coating on the inside, right by the roll top that's coming off, but to be expected. It's a point that you roll frequently. Um, but yeah, I hope that they make a new version of this with better shoulder straps. Maybe some different engineering on some things. I guess it doesn't really matter because some things just stop bothering me after a bit. Like the pack grew on me. It was great. It's been a great pack. But I think for the price, like this is a good pack, right? Great for ultralight starters. I would say that, or like if you want to dip your toes into it, like for a summer trip, yeah, go for this pack, right? Um, for experienced backpackers that are looking for like a value pack that they can have like as a loaner or a thing that they could use to, I think this is the pack, right? This is really good for that price. Um, with some upgrades, it might chase after a Gossamer Gear. Maybe I own Gossamer Gear packs, and I think that like for the value that Gossamer Gear is, this is chasing that. That's good. Um, yeah, but anyway, like I said, I don't care one way or the other if you buy this pack. Like I'm not making money off this. This isn't a thing that I even really want to do per se. It's just that there's not a lot of information out about this pack. When I bought it 2 years ago, it was weird, but just want to put a review out there that it's lasted 1,000 miles on the Appalachian Trail, North Country Trail, a bunch of trips in central and western Pennsylvania. This part of the Appalachian and the Allegheny Mountains. It's been to Olympic National Park. We did a high route there like 2 years ago. Um, yeah, this pack has been around. It's seen some rugged trail and 1,000 miles, and it's great. Yeah. All right, I'm done. Bye.